What's good, everybody? In my video, we're talking about how to use a discriminant to determine the number of solutions. I'm going to go over about 4 key problems with you guys. What's important is to understand these 3 sentences. If D is greater than 0, we have 2 real solutions. If it's equal to 0, 1 real solution. And if it's less than 0, that means we have no real solutions. And the formula we use to determine D is b squared minus 4ac, and this is all based off the quadratic equation. So in problem number 1, when we set this up, we're going to have negative 10 squared minus 4 times 1 times 25. And when I simplify this, I'm going to get 100 minus 100, which gives me 0. So what this lets me know is that I have one real solution. And when you think about it, after we factor this trinomial, our answer would be x minus 5 squared. Just one answer. But in problem number 2, when we go to our second example, what we're going to realize is this. And let's just write this out first. All right, so the first thing we need to understand is that our A is not going to be 1 like we're typically used to because there's a coefficient in front. So don't fall for that trick. So when we set this up, we're going to have 7 squared minus 4 times negative 3 times 6. And just don't, I ain't going to say don't, but just remember that we have 2 negative signs. That's another trick that they try to get us with. So essentially, we're going to have 49 plus, let's see, 12 times 6 plus 72. And when we simplify this, let's grab the calculator real quick. We're going to get 121 as an answer. So that means we're going to have 2 real solutions. And if I factor this real quick, let's just play around with this. Let's say I use the slip and slide method and I multiplied A times C. I would have x squared plus 7x plus, oops, not plus, but minus 18. And when I try to simplify this now, I would have x plus 9 times x minus 2. And after I simplify even more by dividing by that same factor, I would get x minus 3 as one factor, and then the other one would be negative 3x minus 2. So when we talk about solutions, guys, and whether we have 1 or 2 real solutions, this is what the discriminant helps us to figure out. So now they give us the problem y is equal to negative x squared minus 5. Now when we try to fill this out, there is no b. So essentially we would have 0 squared minus 4 times negative 1 times negative 5. So we'll have 0 minus 20, and we'll get negative 20 as an answer. So this would have no real solutions. Just don't get confused with your signs. And if you don't see a term, whether it's a squared, whether it's b or the c, just always substitute in 0. Moving on to our last problem, guys. Hope you really enjoyed this video. They now try to shift the curveball. And what I mean is there's no c, there's no constant. We have our a term and we have our b term. So when we set this up, we're going to have 9 squared minus 4 times 2 times 0. We still have to substitute the 0 in for c. Don't just leave it right here and do 4 times a. No, we also have to include c, even if it's not there, to substitute 0. Same thing goes for b in our previous problem. Substitute in the 0. So once we do this, we're going to get 81 minus 0, which gives us a final answer of 81. And this lets us know that we have 2 real solutions. Hopefully you guys have liked this video. Smash the like button for us and join us on our next video when I show you guys how to create the quadratic equation only given the solution slash answers. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on Algebra 1 with Mr. Peters.